Warning, we are a spoiler-based podcast. At times, we are also an offensive podcast. And we are most certainly a verbally explicit podcast. So if you fear for any of your delicate sensibilities, please back up now before you reach the point of no return. This is your final warning. Alrighty, and welcome to another exciting adventure of Cinematic Anarchy. My name is Seth Lenig. I'm here with one of my co-conspirators, Chris.
Yep, hey. And I'm surprised you gave away your full name, but yeah,
I'm the only one.
Keep doing you.
I'm pretty much like Tigger. I do go by Zeph, though. Today we are going to be speaking about a relatively bad film. It was Death Race
2050. There are several Death Race movies.
I wasn't going to get into that. I just wanted to downplay the... Death Race, that's not a bad movie. Oh, 2050? Now we got a bad one.
Roger Corman produced a lovely piece of... well, never mind. It's an interesting film.
One to say the least. So I saw the Jason Statham version of Death Race, and this was nothing compared to that at all.
I want to say it compares a little bit more to Death Race 2000, the Carradine Stallone film. I want to say it's a little bit more on point with that. It's definitely a campier movie than the more action-oriented Statham movies.
There were convicts killing each other. Now it's just well-known celebrities of sort killing for the sport, because repopulation is a crazy thing in the future.
Yeah, apparently they provide free sterilization clinics because, well, in the future, 99.93% of all people are unemployed, and so all they have left to do is sit around, eat, and reproduce.
Not a bad life, I'm not going to lie.
And apparently they're ignoring the free sterilization clinics. You'd think it being in the future, it's the... corporate states of America now?
The United States of Corporate America.
Something like that. Or United Corporations of America. Something of that nature. Yeah. And you'd think that rather than, hey, we got free sterilization clinics here for you, now you'd think it would be more like, hey, we're going to herd you like cattle into this area right here, and we're all going to sterilize you because we don't want you reproducing.
And instead they come up with Death Race, where people are happy to die. They jump out in front of their favorite characters to give them points.
Martyring themselves for the celebrities in the race, yes. I believe it was 10 points for a regular adult, 20 points for a baby, and then 50 points for the elderly, because they're really tired of old people, and apparently they hate the octogenaric in the movie.
Yes, and they put radiation through everywhere, which cured cancer.
Yes,
cured cancer in everyone.
Apparently the mass irradiation of America cured cancer, so nobody dies of cancer anymore.
Yeah, and then there was a woman sitting there taking shots at 114 years old, and she's like, I'm done, no signs of aging.
You figure if day-to-day life was like chemotherapy, basically, which is, I think, what they were trying to get at, that there would be more bald people.
Yeah, a lot
people
more
with less hair.
Well, the director was bald. They did make that out to be a big point on there.
Yes, the chairman.
Not a huge point, but enough that they were like, we can't go on golf carts together, and does his whole hair flapping.
His hair would be flapping in the breeze, you know? So yeah, we have your main characters. We have Frankenstein, who seems to be like the main bad guy in most of these movies.
Well, wouldn't say bad guy. I mean, he's protagonist, except...
Anti-hero. Sort of a Mad Max anti-hero.
Yeah, I mean, he kills, he's an asshole, but you gotta love him.
he's perceived to be the main bad guy amongst bad guys until you start getting to know him throughout the film, you know?
Yeah, and you start getting to know the other bad guys. You have Perfectus.
Perfectus
is a genetically engineered male.
Jed Perfectus, who felt the need to strip every time somebody said his name, basically.
Yeah, and apparently the more manlier you get, the gayer you get. The more testosterone, the more...
Yeah, he had that lovely line that he said, I've got so much testosterone, it's like being fucked by 500 men. He goes, and I would know.
Like, would you know?
Okay.
Yeah, and he, on that he had, like, the weird, like, drink Perfectus's juice, and it's, like, some weird, glumpy white...
Like a protein shake of some sort.
Yeah, protein shake. There's plenty of male protein in that.
It was like got all over his chest, all over his face. It was like a really bad got milk commercial, except for it looked like melted chocolate ice cream.
Come.
Yeah, no, I wasn't even thinking. No, yeah,
it was.
It's brown. I don't think
it was white.
It wasn't.
It was white.
Basically,
I mean, the chunks were white when it like would drool down.
Could have been a cum shake. I don't know.
And protein.
I didn't litmus test the thing, so
ladies, if you're listening, plenty of protein. Just kidding.
Ladies, if you're listening, ignore what Seth just said. Please.
Tune in next week for more tips by Seth.
Please continue to listen. What few ladies listen to this. Please.
If you guys need a guy to hate, boy, do I have a guy for you. His name is Zeph. He's kind of out there.
We all are in our own fucking way. Then, of course, my favorite character, my favorite of the assholes in the group, was Tammy the Terrorist.
Tammy the Terrorist.
You know, with the praise Elvis Presley and talking about Saint Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And
yeah, she originally comes off as like, I mean, the first thing that she says religious it has to do with God. You know what I mean? And then as the movie goes on, it just gets crazier and crazier.
She created her own religion. So she was religious, but it's like she created the religion which she has basically indoctrinated all of these morons that watch her through the VR glasses.
Do you want virgins? Yeah, virgins! And they line up getting ready to get hit by a car.
Oh no, not just virgins. Virgins and chicken wings at the Hooters in the Sky. Hooters in the Sky.
Yes, I mean, Hooters in the Sky was never quoted, but where else are you going to get virgins and chicken wings? You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, essentially, I would love me some chicken wings and some virgins. Old enough.
So if you hear the scratching in the background, it is my pet Sugar. She is desperately trying to claw her way through the door so that we don't. We got
a third conspirator today. Say hi, Sugar.
She's not going to say hi.
Oh.
So, yeah, you don't want to get her on a howling kick. She will sit here and howl for like 20 minutes on end, and that would be officially the end to our podcast. Or at least for the Bad Movie podcast, we'd then be a Howling Dog podcast, if that is actually a thing.
Yeah, I mean...
There's things for everything.
That might get some listeners, you never know. Oh, you heard the dog one?
But yeah, no, I liked Tammy throughout most of it. She was a little bit strange.
Sadistic.
She was definitely the sadistic side of the religious... I guess I want to say religious cultists.
Yeah, she has, like, her number two or whatever, at least, like, the co-pilot that's with her, and at one scene they walk into the door, she's butt naked with a whip, like, repent! You know?
Right, and
I'm sorry.
He's on the ground with his hands tied behind his back and a ball gag in his mouth.
Yeah, and, I mean, all in all, I mean, she was a relatively decent character.
Wasn't terribly a fan of the Minerva character, though I do feel that is like the way that musical culture is going right now, where literally all you're going to have to do is string together 4 or 5 words.
Drive, 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 kill, 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 drive, kill white people. Like, whoa, where did that come from? Like,
yeah, and mind you, she spends part of the movie singing that while going through what is called
the red zone.
Texaco?
Oh, Texaco.
Basically,
part
Texas
of the red
and
zone.
Mexico.
I mean, not for nothing, though. Texas, like, if you see it on the map, it didn't get that much larger compared to what it really is. It's like they took over, like, whatever state is to the right.
I feel like they're insinuating that America is definitely going to try to take over Mexico at some point. And just
No,
Give in. Texas, Mexico, it's all one thing.
We're building a wall.
There's no wall in this movie.
Yeah, no,
at all.
This is not a future.
There's definitely no wall in this movie. A lot of fucking drones, but no wall in this movie.
Right, I mean, and the drones were completely useless. Another character that I was kind of a fan of was Abe, the artificial intelligence vehicle.
Abe and Dr. Creamer.
Dr. Creamer. She was the...
She basically created this artificially intelligent car to run by the rules of the death race, but it was also, apparently for her, a large rolling vibrator.
The masturbation chamber.
To which Minerva pulls up beside her at some point during the movie and says, "You know what, you need to go ahead and unplug from that and get yourself a real man."
Minerva.
I'm not sure that I saw any real men in the movie outside of maybe Frankenstein.
Yeah, I mean, who plays him?
Let's see. Frankenstein was played by a Manu Bennett.
Very good actor, by the way. I didn't know him by name, but I've seen him in a few things, and I mean, he's the same guy in every single one.
Just a guy's guy.
I mean, I watched him in Arrow. I don't know if you ever got into that TV show, but he played Deathstroke.
So I never got into Arrow. I ended up getting into The Flash, and I ended up getting into Supergirl, and I watched a little bit about the what is it, the not Heroes of Tomorrow. Something to that.
I know exactly which one.
It's another DC TV show, and they kind of have crossovers between the four here and there.
Yeah, but which to me, like, I don't understand. Arrow started it all. I mean, they even show Barry Allen in Arrow before he becomes the Flash.
I think that the problem that I had with it was at the time that Arrow started, it was shortly after they ended Smallville. And so I had been watching Smallville their version terribly. Of Arrow. Yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Wish it had gone better, but most TV shows have shitty endings. Anybody that's watched Game of Thrones recently knows that. Anybody that invested themselves in the TV show Lost, or the X-Files for that matter, know that everybody is getting into TV going, hey, we've got this continuing story, and we know how to continue it, and we know how to continue it, and we know how to continue it, but once we get to that point where somebody says, hey, by the way, the funds have dried up, the viewers have dried up, we need to cut this off. This is the last season. You need to get a cliffhanger.
Yeah, they ended up canceling, and then Tom Welling bought the rights to it to finish it out, and he made it a complete love story. I was very, very, very upset with that. I mean, I watched it all the way through, but
they kind of ended the Smallville TV show the way they ended the Gotham TV show, with the
I still have a couple of episodes left of Gotham.
That would have been spoilers for you. Sorry.
I mean, hey, we are a spoiler-based podcast, but we spoil it for you.
What I had to say wouldn't have been much of a spoiler.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. Say
it's
what you
just
with
the titular character finally donning the uniform. That's it. That was how that show was going to end. We all knew that's how it was going to end. I'm not going to tell you what that episode entails at all.
I mean, like I said, I'm a few episodes short of it. No, I think I'm going to go home later and watch it so that can never get spoiled for me.
I did enjoy the ending of Gotham more than I enjoyed the ending of Smallville by far.
I mean, they took... So Doomsday...
Yeah...
ended up being a planet...
They ended up half-assing the whole Doomsday storyline.
Yeah, I mean, Doomsday has a planet, and once it gets to you, he destroys your world. Yeah, I get that, but they didn't have the literal bad guy in it, which kind of really threw that off for me.
Right.
Like, they stopped going with, like, the major supervillains, and just went with, like, let's give him a suit.
I hate that they lost Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor for the last couple of seasons. I felt Lana Luthor?
Lana was Clark's original, like, first love, and then she ends up getting
what was Lex Luthor's sister's name?
Oh,
the one that ended up taking over.
Yeah,
at the end for Lex.
That I can't think of her name. The redheaded woman.
Yeah.
She was a Luthor.
She was not the best of the Luthors. I'll put it that way.
I mean, Lex was one of my favorite characters. Like, from Smallville, like in general, like,
Right.
Really, the way he played out the character really put a high bar for anybody who plays Lex Luthor in a movie, and it came from a TV show.
Right, and that's saying something considering Gene Hackman was the guy for the longest time. You know, he was Lex Luthor.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, Kevin Spacey dropped the ball as far as I'm concerned. What's his name? Jesse... Is it Eisenberg or whatever his name is? The one
Jesse,
the recent one.
Yeah, he
dropped the ball.
I mean... He showed the more psychopath tendencies of it.
Well, he also played it too much like a trust fund kid, as far as I'm concerned. Very smart trust fund kid.
Yeah, but I can do whatever I want because I'm rich, you know, like... Yeah, I mean, Lex Luthor from, Smallville ends up coming out. They become friends, you know what I mean? And through all the secrets that Superman really...
was forced to keep.
Yeah, pushes him away.
So this is really a bad movie podcast.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about all the TV show rants.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We will get into some TV show rants every now and again, especially if a movie relates. I mean, we did get into this just because, Deathstroke, but...
So, the gentleman who plays Frankenstein. Being Deathstroke and Arrow. All in all, it was campy. The Death Race 2050 was definitely a very campy movie. I wasn't disappointed with it. It was definitely better to be a direct-to-DVD fare. The special effects qualities were... Yeah,
I mean, if this had better special effects, it would I don't think it would be a terrible movie at all. And I also think if they dragged it out just a little bit more, like gave, more depth to the characters.
I'm not sure about depth, but I think they could have rounded it out a little bit more. Maybe had a couple of, you have the main 5 guys, but you have, a wider field of characters. They're able to knock off other characters as they're going along, which they obviously did near the end.
Yeah. Nothing like that Corey Feldman film that we watched beforehand.
Oh, God. If you ever get a chance to turn on another Roger Corman experiment via Netflix, a nice little Corey Feldman film.
Flim flam.
I haven't even been drinking. You're the one that's 3 beers in.
And I'm carrying a great conversation.
I'm drinking iced tea and tripping over my tongue. If you get to watch the Corey Feldman short film, Splatter.
Johnny Splatter.
Don't. I'm a big fan of bad movies, but that was just...
It was 10 minutes of screen time that could have lasted... Let's say 20 minutes of a movie that definitely could have lasted for a full movie length.
This could have been an hour-and-a-half film.
Yeah.
If they had fleshed it out a little bit. There could have been a little bit more adversity. Oh, no. I was going to say all white characters, but there was the... No, there was Tony Todd.
Yeah.
Tony Todd, the only shining point in that entire movie. Just his acting was spot on the entire way through. Corey Feldman, way over the top. The other...
Which not for nothing, Corey Feldman being over the top, yes, but that was who his character... Yeah, but that was who his character was supposed to be, too.
This is also another Roger Corman-produced production. Came in, I want to say, at about, 35 minutes, around there?
I want to say, 28.
Yeah, maybe around there. And it was a good 28 minutes wasted. I wish I could get that time back.
I mean, we started watching it, and 10 minutes into it, 3 of the 5 characters are dead.
And that's when we decided to pause. We paused it. We're like, wait a minute, I thought we were watching a movie here. And turns out, no. I mean, it was really like a TV episode long. Mm-hmm. Like Roger Corman had decided, I'm going to make a TV show, but we only got 1 episode in, so...
That was the pilot that dumped.
Here's the pilot to the TV show that you're never going to make because it sucks.
I mean, Corey Feldman, not for nothing. I enjoyed your earlier work. I enjoy the fact that you are doing many things to, stay in scene. I watched you perform with the Angels, Corey Feldman and the Angels. I mean, you're an all-around star. I'm not going to lie about that. This particular character... definitely over the top.
I want to say King of the Bees. He's like a B-list actor, but he's like one of those guys that, like, he tries to get in everything. He's kind of like an Eric Roberts. Got that recognizable face, always in these B movies. Absolutely loved him in his early career. Loved The Lost Boys. Loved License to Drive.
The Goonies.
The Goonies. Oh, God, yes, The Goonies. Mouth. Who can forget that?
I base my life off Mouth, I'm not going to lie.
But, needless to say, he got involved in a lot of questionable, very, very low-budget films. He was also involved in, like, the Puppet Master series at one point. Things that you can tell were strictly on a studio lot. Like, they built everything around this one lot, or they, like, rented out a house and said, we're going to film everything in here. And the reason that you can't see anything outside is because, A, it's night, and B, there's metal slats on all the windows. So, yeah, Tony Todd, Corey Feldman, probably the best parts of the movie. You could have taken the other 4 actors and replaced them with pretty much any other. Probably could have spent less on some of the actors, some people that were a little less recognizable, and it still would have been the same film.
Yeah, essentially. No, I had an experience with Corey Feldman. Like I said, he performed at my other job, and I was running the kitchen. He was very diva-ish when it came to that. He's vegan, which you're at a bar. We don't have too many vegan options there. But we had what he asked for was the potato skins. Like, he went through our menu, picked like things out, and then it was just like I made him all the food. He's like, no, I don't like that cheese. Make it with this cheese. And I was like, bruh.
As a vegan, can you eat cheese?
He's something. I don't know.
Vegetarian, maybe?
Yeah, he was. You know what? Now I'm questioning him, Mr. Vegan over there, because I'm pretty sure it was vegan.
Huh. Because I think, like, vegan's, like, real strict.
Yeah. I mean, vegan to the press. It was his sober tour as well.
Sober tour?
Yes.
Okay.
So he wasn't drinking.
So this is his tour where he didn't drink anything.
Yeah.
That must have been a very different experience.
I mean, let's take one fix.
Different levels of sobriety too. I mean, are we talking off drugs, off drinking? What is that?
One of the head of security from our building went to go bring like a few beers over to him, and the manager was not having it. like no, like this is a sober tour, and blah blah blah. And it's like, whoa, relax. We don't have cameras. Like,
we're not trying to catch him in a slip here.
We all just want to party with Corey Feldman. That's it.
Well, party with the sober Corey Feldman.
There's no such thing as partying with soberness.
I've partied sober most of my life. I'm not a heavy drinker except for when I'm around you guys. And
you're welcome. Bad example.
You guys had me out for karaoke, and I'll tell you, when I got up on stage, just before that, I was thoroughly blitzed. I appreciated a few drinks over at the Oriental Garden.
I was getting very upset at everybody who didn't want to sing. I was like, guys, like, come on. Like, you saw me go up there. Like, I'm terrible.
Right. You got a good part of the crew up there.
Yeah, we got more people are going to be showing up this weekend. So you're more than welcome to come this weekend as well. And anybody who's listening, if you're local and you want to come watch and do some karaoke, Oriental Gardens, Haverhill, Massachusetts.
I want to say there's about a 75% shot. Friday night, Haverhill, Massachusetts, Oriental Garden, starts at 9 p.m. Right?
Yeah.
9? Okay. But yeah, there's about I want to say a 75% shot. There's that 25% shot that I will not get our upcoming film watched. So
you're not gonna watch. You're not gonna get it done.
I'm not sure. We shall see. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I have a lot of crap going on tomorrow. So.
You got a busy weekend this weekend.
No, it's next weekend. I got the busy weekend. That's that little vacation period. I won't be at work from Friday on through Tuesday of the following week.
And I am so glad that I have 2 short weeks because of Friday.
Of course, you guys don't need to hear about our current work week or what the hell we're doing.
I mean, I feel like you guys want to get to know us a little bit, and that's why I always say, always go into the comments. Ask us questions. The more questions we get, we might even have a little segment.
So we are actually primarily producing a lot of what we're doing and uploading it through the Anchor app. And one of the fantastic parts about the Anchor app is it allows you, our listeners, to actually go over there and leave us messages. So you can go on, look up Cinematic Anarchy, and leave us a live message. And if you leave us something interesting enough, leave us some suggestions, we might actually play it here on our podcast. We'll go ahead and give you a review, or hell, if you want to just tell us to go fuck ourselves, we may play that on the podcast too, just for shits and giggles.
Like, if you get a real good fuck you rant, I'll top it. I promise.
But yeah, feel free to go ahead and continue to send out whatever you feel that you need to send out to us. Please leave us messages. Go to the Facebook page for Cinematic Anarchy. Look us up on Twitter at Cinematic Anarch1. And, yeah, we're kind of all over the place. We're trying to get something up on YouTube right now. We do not have much up on YouTube.
And I do want to thank you guys as well. We broke 500 listeners. Listens. We don't have too many subscribers at this point. The more the merrier, but every listen counts. I mean, we are very thankful for that.
We're about a quarter of the way from where we wanted to start things anyway. And we're, like I said, very grateful for that. And before we head on to the second part of our podcast here, do you have any other closing thoughts about the fantastically crappy movie that we watched this evening?
One thing I did want to bring up, because you brought it up, it was the similarities between Rocky Horror Picture Show and
this movie,
the Frankenstein, and
so you have Dr. Frankenfurter, which was definitely the Frankenstein character here, and Perfectus, who was definitely the Rocky character from the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Always in a gold Speedo. Definitely a lot crazier.
I wouldn't say gold Speedo. They were like gold short shorts or something. They were very, practically nothing there.
Speedo.
Speedos come up a little bit further. They're, the grape smuggler stuff. These ones came up like shorts.
Yeah, something you would love to see, that hot girl that you just happen to see at the mall. You'd love to see her wearing it, not this blonde, red-headed guy.
Who thought he was absolute genetic perfection. Your genes dream about me when they're sleeping.
Yeah, and he got his ass kicked by a cyborg.
Well, he was perfection. He wasn't cybernetic.
Yeah,
big difference,
I suppose so. I suppose you are right on that one.
Being a perfect genetic specimen, or a perfect biomechanical specimen are two different things,
And he bruised pretty friggin' easily. There's one scene he's fighting with him. The next scene they're in the car and he's just black and blue all over.
Caking on the pancake makeup, trying to cover everything.
Yeah, you did not.
Spent the rest of the movie sweating through the pancake makeup. Alright, so we're going to take a quick break to go ahead and talk up the Podcoin app. And then we'll be right back with the rest of our podcast.
It's Podcoin. We all love popcorn.
I'm not sure they have a jingle, but okay.
I'll make a jingle.
So we're going to go ahead and skip over the segment that we have been doing the past couple of weeks, the little pitch fest, pitch storm that we do between our little group. Seeing as there's only two of us, kind of like to have a few people here to toss ideas off of.
Yeah, but still, we are also in the works for Myrtle Leeches. So if you ever see that come out.
Or if you're a low-budget production company that'd like to buy our idea.
We have...
Come talk to us.
Very cheap actors.
Like I said, leave us a message over on Anchor. We'll get back to you.
But we're going to end up doing the trivia portion of this.
A little bit of trivia back and forth. We'll see if I can stump you. You see if you can stump me. I don't think these are very stump-worthy cards, to be entirely honest, because they're mostly big-budget movies.
Yeah, these are the big-budget ones. Eventually, we will get into our bad movie trivia. Keep an eye out for that on shelves. 2023.
Yeah, that's an optimistic projection there. Okay. So, starting with our first question, which actor starred in the titular character in the movie Hellboy?
And this is really gonna agitate me. I know he was in Sons of Anarchy. He played Jax's stepfather.
Lead character, he was the Beast in Beauty and the Beast.
I don't know why Richard Picard jumped into my head, but I know that's not it.
Most definitely not that guy.
Roger
Well, you got R.O. Keep going.
Robert Scorsese.
Anytime you want to give up.
I give up on that. I give up on this one.
It's Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman. Like you said, I know the character very well. I just watched Hellboy like 2 days ago.
Well, there you go.
Actors, not so much. All right, I got one for you. All right. Which former footballer starred in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels? So, which former footballer starred in Lock, Stock, and Two Barrels?
Oh, my God. Barrels? I know the movie. I believe I know the character we're talking about. However, the name fucking escapes me. If it's the guy that I'm thinking of, he was also in like Gone in 60 Seconds and several other action-related films around that time. But no, the name escapes me.
So, you want a hint? Anything like that? I'll give you a hint?
You can give me a hint.
Starts with a V.
It's like Vinny or
all right.
Vincent, something like that. Oh, God. I can picture the guy. And we're talking footballer. I think we're talking soccer, not football, like American football. But go ahead, give me the name.
Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones, there we go.
You had the first part right, that you did.
Damn it. Close, but no fucking cigar. All right. So, who voices the character of Mr. Incredible in the Incredibles?
Shit. Now I gotta play his voice through my head.
You'd have to, honestly, to know this guy, you'd have to have seen, 3 specific things that he was known for. He was known as, the lead bad guy in Turner and Hooch, the movie. He was the lead actor in Coach, the TV show. And he was also the patriarch of the family in Parenthood.
Once again, I'm going to have to pass on this one. I can't.
The incomparable Mr. Craig T. Nelson.
Craig T. Nelson. I can hear his voice in my head clear as day. I just, I'm not very good with sound, apparently.
That name you cannot mistake anywhere. It's like, you hear that name and you know who it belongs to. Or not name, but the voice, sorry.
Now this one is very easy. If any of you at home do not get this, just fucking stop by your local store. It's pretty sure it's there.
Okay.
Which 1991 film features the line, "Hasta la vista, baby"?
1991 film, Hasta la vista, baby. That is the second installation of the Terminator Judgment Day.
Sir, yes, sir.
If you had said, "I'll be back," that could have been any fucking film.
Right.
Anyone. But, okay. Which character had been played by Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, and Andrew Garfield?
Spider-Man!
See, that was a piece of cake.
Spider-Man! Yeah, I love Spider-Man.
Can you name anybody else that's played Spider-Man? Because I can't, honestly.
No, there's 3 Spider-Mans.
There's obviously the animated shows, so you have the voiceover actors, and there was the old made-for-TV movie for Spider-Man, who I can't remember the name of the actor for that either.
Yeah, no.
No. This is not like Superman, where you can start going down the list there, or the Joker,
I mean, with the Joker, there's my memorable, we have Jack Nicholson,
okay,
Heath Ledger, and Mark Hamill is the cartoon version of the Joker. He set.
Come on, there's a few more.
No, those are my top 3. That's all I was saying. They.
So I'm a bit older than you are, by almost double. I'm getting up there.
I'm 28.
Oh, no, then maybe not double.
Right, I was like...
I thought you were a little younger than that.
I look a little younger, and I act a lot.
I've known you for how long? I didn't bother asking your age. Hey, how old are you, sir? Well, no, I personally grew up with the Adam West TV show, Cesar Romero, as the Joker character there. So I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too, but that was all the pow, ping, pang. As
far as I'm concerned, Jared Leto, his gangster Joker.
Not a fan.
No, I'm not a fan. I am very interested in seeing what Joaquin Phoenix brings to the table. Mm-hmm. I really feel like
that's the origin story, though. So, it's.
I really feel like he could kind of bring things to the next level. I've seen bits and pieces of the trailer, so I'm excited.
But they're leaving a lot out because you can't just joke around.
All right, I'm gonna cough. All right, there we go. Big loud cough. Continue.
So no, but what since we're on the Batman subject, real quick, one of my favorite parts in a Batman movie is in Batman and Robin. And they get on the island with Two-Face and...
Oh, God.
And
of course, Chris O'Donnell. I remember this whole thing.
Holy rusted metal Batman. And, he's like, what? And he's like, no, we're standing on, rusted metal Batman.
Bunch of holes in it, yeah.
They got a kick out of that one.
That was probably one of the worst movies they ever put out, but still... Yeah. I think... God love her. I think the young lady, Alicia Silverstone, that played the Batgirl in that movie, I think they should have stopped at Robin.
Yeah.
They should have just stopped there.
I mean, make another one where she comes in, but you went the whole thing, Batman and Robin, and then at the end, you decided to get back. You were setting up for a fourth movie.
She was there the entire movie. As Alfred's... She wasn't the commissioner's daughter at this point. She was literally Alfred's niece or something.
Yeah, but it was pretty much the whole movie you think she's just a love interest for Robin.
Right.
But no, she's not. She's going to be Batwoman or Batgirl or...
Just Bat. Very, very Bat.
This is a batty bitch.
All right, your next question, sir.
Alrighty. So, which U.S. city is the location for RoboCop?
Oh, Detroit, I want to say.
You are correct, sir. You see, this is where Chris and I differ, because he has all this knowledge in here. I had Spider-Man. If I asked him the Hellboy question, he would have got it immediately.
That's just, a couple more years, maybe another decade worth of movie watching. And I have been a collector of, DVDs, Blu-rays, VHS. I even had fucking laser discs, which... Those things were a pain in the ass to tote around. 5 pounds a piece. I've been collecting movies for a long time. And I want to say I'm a fan of movies. I'm not the movie nerd. I have a lot of knowledge up there, but I'm not quite as much of a nerd as some people can be about it. I don't know everything, but I know plenty.
Yeah, I know a million facts about nothing.
I had to scan the banks and take a decent guess at that last one, the Detroit thing. But, okay, so...
You got it.
I'm not sure if you've seen this movie. Let's go ahead and see, though. In the movie Drive, what animal is embroidered on the back of Driver's jacket?
I'm going to go with tiger.
No.
All right, give me a couple guesses here. What animal?
Well... It says animal, though when I look at these particular animals, I feel more insect than animal.
Praying mantis.
That's a little closer than tiger.
No, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen the movie, so...
It's a scorpion. See what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel more insect than animal about that, but whatever.
Arthropod.
Arthropod.
Alright, so this one's... relatively simple, I suppose. Which film starred Bruce Willis, Helen Mirren, and Morgan Freeman as former Black Ops agents?
Repeat that again?
Which film stars Bruce Willis, Helen Mirren, and Morgan Freeman as former Black Ops agents?
I believe that would be your shirt, sir. Red.
Red it is.
Also, John Malkovich was in there. Yeah, have you seen that movie?
Yeah, there was a lot of them. It was kind of like a better version of The Expendables.
It was one of those ensemble movies, yeah.
My favorite scene in that movie is when Morgan Freeman's escaping and he goes to go jump out the window and it's on the first floor. but he's old, so it's he's...
Oh. All right. So the last of my action cards here. Which film was released first? Dawn of the Planet of the Apes or Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
Rise. No, Dawn. Rise.
Okay, yeah, go with your initial instinct there. Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
No, you got me thinking because, then I started thinking, there was Planet of the Apes, and, I was like, shit. All right. I'm past my action ones, but the action ones I might end up getting. What was the name of the song that Tom Cruise's character danced to in Risky Business?
Old Time Rock and Roll.
Extra points if you can get it. Who that's by?
Bob Seger?
You're a friggin' trivia champion.
Or I'm just old enough to have seen it when it first came out. One of the two. I don't think that particular movie I was supposed to watch. I believe that was like one of those borderline racy movies for 80s movies back then. But, okay. Which band plays at the wedding reception at the end of Bridesmaids? Oh my god, if you get this, I will laugh.
Okay, what band plays at the end of the wedding reception of Bridesmaids?
Yes.
Alright.
I can give you a hint, but I'm not even sure the hint would help you out too much.
Give me a hint.
Because I'm delving into a little bit of old music here. It was a band created from the daughters of two prominent Beach Boys. That's actually their name, too. The last names of those two Beach Boys is actually the name of the group.
Oh, okay. Something Star. I'm drawing a blank on that one.
The group is Wilson Phillips.
You see, I wouldn't...
Yeah, they were known for like that one song, Hold On for One More Day, back in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean...
But,
you said romantic comedies, maybe, me having a mother, isn't it?
your mom may have made you sit through them, but that doesn't mean you had to commit the girly band memory.
Alright, this one's a good one here.
Okay.
Which actor plays Robert De Niro, psychiatrist, and Analyze This?
Oh, that one's an easy one. That is Billy Crystal.
Alright, I'm gonna go get the hard cards in a minute.
We need to get hard. That's the problem with this.
Yeah, but with these ones, it's like hit or miss.
I've got a couple of books that I'm looking at, because these are like fairly easy ones if you obsessively watch movies.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm not very big on names.
Here, I've got one that you should be able to answer.
Yay!
Which actor starred... Oh, I'm sorry, were you chanting something there?
Just, it's from the kids' cards. Like I got this one. Disney movies.
Anime, yeah. But we have to anime cards here. You get those.
Murdered.
Which actor starred alongside Will Ferrell in Step Brothers?
John C. Reilly.
There we go. I knew you'd get that one.
I love me some John C. Reilly.
You're a big fan of Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly. Not that movie that they just crapped out, but
not Sherlock Holmes.
Oh God, why? Why would you do that to Sherlock? That just it makes me hyperventilate just thinking about watching that movie.
Yeah, and I sat through the whole thing, and I was like, maybe it'll get good. No, it was terrible.
Yes.
All right. In Girls Trip, what U.S. city do the characters go on a trip to?
In what?
In Girls Trip, which U.S. city do the characters go on a trip to?
Well, when you're talking about movies like that, I want to say there's the pivotal place that most people go. I'm going to say Las Vegas.
No.
No. Well, there we go.
Southern. Think Southern.
Southern. Oh my good lord. Okay, so I have not seen this movie, so anything that I would be saying is guessing. So I'm going to go with one more thing, and then you can tell me what the hell I'm doing. Let's go with Miami.
No, we are going with New Orleans.
New Orleans. Ah, okay.
It's pretty south.
Since wow, more coffee. Girls Trip Gone Wild. New Orleans.
Pretty sure that's all Friday. That's all Florida.
All right. In the movie School of Rock, what actress plays the principal?
Shit.
She is... I don't want to say lesser known, but she really is. She is the lesser known sister of her famous brother. Same initials for both of them.
Yeah, shit. If only I could see a picture, because I've seen School of Rock. That was one of those movies that my little brother and sister watched on the regular. Meryl Streep.
Oh, it was definitely not Meryl Streep.
Yeah, I know. I just...
Meryl Streep is not doing School of Rock.
Jack Black?
Actress, not actor.
No, with Jack Black.
With Jack Black.
Yeah.
So for her, she has been in several movies with her brother. She's been in several on her own. I want to say she played the ugly duckling in the Chicken Little movie, if you've ever seen that. She played...
Oh, okay. I can name other things that she did. She did Jessie from... I can't think of her name, but she played Jessie in Toy Story.
Yes,
exactly. I know who it is, but I can't think of her name. I give up on that.
So I'll give you the brother's first name, John.
Jesse.
Jessica. It's Joan Cusack.
Yeah.
John being
John
the
Cusack.
big brother.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Go figure.
I'm gonna grab two more because I'm out of comedy titles here. It's your turn anyway, so.
Yeah. So, what is the first name of Owen Wilson's character in Zoolander?
Oh my god, I've been subjected to both Zoolander movies. I liked the first one. The second one was not the best movie.
I mean, they both weren't that great at movies.
Oh no, the first one was fantastic. Are you kidding me? They took that character from SNL and managed to make it into a full-length movie, not mirror. I need a full-length mirror. Anyway, make it into a full-length movie.
See, I have a little bit more respect for it now because now I know that it came from SNL originally. I didn't know that.
That was fantastic. That was a fantastic film. The second one, however, was trying a little bit too hard. It really was. In all honesty, I cannot think of the guy's first name. I want to say Johann or something like that. It's
German. To give you a hint, yeah,
that's about as close as I can get.
This guy and his sister went in the woods.
Hansel. That's right. Okay.
All right, bring on some trivia for me.
All right. What actor stars alongside Will Smith in the Bad Boys film series?
Martin Lawrence.
Very good. I'm not going to ask you the first one there because I'm not sure that you get it.
Ask me the first one. We'll do.
All right, sure. Who directed The Hurt Locker?
Oh, friggin' that guy, Spielberg. No.
No.
I don't have that one.
It's Catherine Bigelow.
Yeah, I definitely would.
Not Spielberg. Can't attribute that to him.
Who stars alongside Catherine Hahn and Mila Kunis in Bad Moms?
Catherine Hahn, Mila Kunis, and oh, good lord, I can picture her. I see her face. Kristen Bell.
Sir, yes, sir.
There we go. I picture her face well. Not saying that I see you when I'm sleeping, but whatever.
All right, Santa. Santa.
No, definitely not a Santa-esque dream. Anyhow, which 1982 film was loosely based on the novel Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Now, if you get this, there was a recent sequel to that movie. And I'll give you the lead actor.
Harrison Ford?
Yes.
We are doing Blade Runner.
Oh, there you go. You got that.
1982. I watched Blade Runner, and there was a big thing, and then there was the new Blade Runner that came out, and I had to do a bunch of research to see if it was a remake or if it was a continuation. So
no, it was definitely a continuation. All right.
No, I mean, not too much research, but I definitely looked into it.
I think we're down to our last two questions of this session, so you go, and then I'll throw one more at you.
All right. In the 2010 film, sees Russell Brand reprise the character of Aldous Snow. So which 2010 film sees Russell Brand reprise the character of Aldous Snow?
Aldous Snow. Reprise the role? So Russell Brand had like a sequel of some sort?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we'll look into that a little bit, but...
Huh. Get him to the Greek? I have no idea.
Yeah, get him to the Greek.
Really?
Yeah, but I feel like...
So I wonder if maybe he played the same character. If that was the same character that he played in that Kristen Bell movie.
The something about...
Serving Sarah?
Yeah, Saving Sarah.
Saving Sarah?
Just whatever.
I remember the Kristen Bell character got into something with him in that movie. I wonder if it's the same character.
Take a look here.
Well, we don't have a lot of time to just take a look, so I'm going to go ahead and while you're looking, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah, Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Okay. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, okay.
2008, and then he did that to get up to the Greek.
Nice long spot of silence there for a minute, so 50 people just stopped listening to us.
No, not at all.
No. If they're still listening at this point, they're pretty fucking dedicated, because we're like an hour in.
Good. I appreciate you guys. I want to know what I won, though. You're like, if you get this, and I got it. I haven't figured out the character.
See, that's the thing. I underestimated your knowledge there, and you showed me up, and that was pretty fucking fantastic. So all the beer that you drank tonight is on me. Literally, because I bought it.
Good.
All right, so here's my last question of the evening. Memphis and Sway are both characters in which 2000 film?
Memphis and Sway.
Memphis and Sway.
Ooh, I got this one. Memphis and Sway.
And if you want a hint, I can give you a pretty decent hint.
Give me a less decent, just a mediocre hint right now.
A mediocre hint?
Yeah.
It's a movie about cars.
Fast and Furious.
No. Not that would have been an obvious hit.
Yeah.
So think along the lines of Fast and the Furious, though.
So Gone in 60 Seconds.
On the nose. There you go.
Memphis Reigns, and I don't know who Sway was.
I want to say Sway was the Angelina Jolie character, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which Angelina Jolie kind of gothed out with the bleach blonde hair.
Braless.
Okay.
Awesome.
I definitely had appreciation for her in that movie. She got a little more emaciated as movies went on, so I don't like that. I can see your ribs look. Yeah. I really don't.
Yeah, here's the sandwich. Like,
I appreciated the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider bod. You know,
nice and fit.
And then all of a sudden, for some reason, we got like Lara Flynn Boyle, Christina Ricci, really thin. I don't like that. So, well, I thank you for sticking it out with us this evening. Well, I say evening, but it's evening for us. It may be daytime for you. You might be listening to us on the drive into work and cussing at the motherfucker in front of you that can't seem to get going because he's looking at the shithead on the side of the road that got into an accident.
Just know that we're here for you in those times.
Yes, we are definitely, we're not helping with traffic.
Oh, no,
I'm the shithead that hit the car in front of you.
I don't drive.
I'm the...
I am not a driver.
I've said this before, and I've said this again. I get stuck in traffic. I want to be that guy and falling down. It just looks around, takes a look left, takes a look right. Said, you know what? I don't care about my shitbox. I get out of the car, leave it there in the middle of the highway, and cause more traffic.
Mm-hmm. Illegal.
Not terribly legal, but,
terribly illegal either, just one of those things.
If I'm leaving my car in the middle of the highway, I'm getting ready to change my life and move across the country anyway. You can have my car.
Take it.
That's,
using my escape.
Not something I need anymore.
No, but ladies, gentlemen, people of all genders, ages, if you are tuning in, we do appreciate you.
And again, hey, we do accept messages through the Anchor app. So if you hop up on Anchor and you want to leave us a live message so we can play it over our next podcast or any podcast in the future, feel free.
We'll do one better for you. The first person to send us a message, no matter what the message is, will be featured on one of our podcasts.
Sounds good. We'll just pipe you right in. You can come in and sit down and talk with us, no matter what the message. Even if he's sitting there and telling us to go fuck ourselves for the better part of 20 minutes through a message, you want to have that guy on the podcast.
Okay, listen, make the message, like, we're only going to do a small segment of your message if it's 20 minutes long, but we will feature you on there no matter what it is. It could be you farting for 30 seconds. And we'll make it. We'll put it in there. Don't do that. Make it interesting.
If you could fart for a full 30 seconds, yeah, I want to hear that. Just do it.
You're a champion.
You're a real champion. You ate something bad, but you're a champion. Go get yourself checked out by your doctor.
Don't work at CCS. And now we're back to work. So there's.
And also, I want you to keep in mind that through the Anchor app, you can also subscribe to our podcast and donate a little bit of money. So I'm going to tell you something right now, and I am more than willing to go ahead and do this. I've got a nice little collection of movies building up on my little case over here. They are Arrow films. They are Vinegar Syndrome films. If you donate $10 or more, this is a $10 or more monthly donation, we will sign one of those DVDs, send you a headshot with one of our pictures signed, and we will mail that off to you. You just leave us your post office box or your mailing address in the comments, or, well, not comments. We don't want everybody to have it.
Right.
Leave it in the message where we can only hear it. And we'll go ahead and send off one of the DVDs. One random DVD from my collection. We have plenty that I've watched and have not watched yet. All right?
All right, yeah, no, I'm cool with it.
It's not your money.
Well, I'm more than willing to contribute into this as well. So
we're working on it anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, thank you from me and Zeph, and I hope you guys have a fantastic fucking day, night, whenever you listen to this.
Over and out.
Over and out.
Over and out.
Yeah, I guess we're broadcasting over a fucking CB.
Yeah. Well,
10-4, good buddy.
We can't be doing everything the same. I'll be over and out.
All right. Dog's trying to get in. Bye.